What happens when a boxing great who had never lost loses and the future of the sport sends shock waves through it? Floyd "Money" Mayweather, the best defender in boxing history and a fighter who has never lost, was knocked out. Keyshawn Davis, a rising star who wants to be great and doesn't care about leaving a legacy, is to blame.
You are good. You are real good. But there's levels to this game, Keyshawn.
Okay, we're going to talk about levels. Okay, just know it's levels.
But this wasn't just a sparring session. It was a statement. It was a harsh warning to Gervonta "Tank" Davis that Keyshawn isn't here to mess around with Floyd, helping him get ready for Tank. The boxing world isn't sure what to think about this knockout in training. If Keyshawn can do that to Floyd, what's he got in store for Tank? Hold on tight, because you don't want to miss this story.
You know, you stole the show. You know, I know it's, you know, you're the main event. You're supposed to, but you delivered.
Right.
And you, after it, you said, you know, knock, knock, Tank.
Yeah.
Knocking on the door. You came over here, said light skin. A lot of fight fans like when people call out and do things like that.
But only person that don't like it is him. He's kind of weird. But now he got no choice but to fight me. The fans want him to fight me. After what I just did tonight against a guy that's bigger than him. Come on now, if I touch him, what's gonna happen? Talk about that. Everybody wanna talk about, oh, Keyshawn, what if he touch you? What if I touch him? Yeah, okay. Come on.
All right. Let's start. Let's start by setting the scene. Keyshawn Davis isn't like most people. Prospect. After a great run as an amateur, he went pro and has been on a fast track to fame. He's undefeated and has a style, speed, and accuracy that make you wonder if he's playing chess while everyone else is fighting. A lot of people have been paying attention to Keyshawn. Right now he's working with Floyd Mayweather, who knows how to stay on top. But here's the twist. Floyd isn't just teaching Keyshawn out of the kindness of his heart. This alliance is personal.
Now I got the chance to be around Floyd Mayweather. He be calling me now, he be texting me now. His whole last camp, I was in Floyd's gym. He closing down the gym for me. I'm working pads with him. He working pads with me and my brother Kelvin. Me and Kelvin sparring in front of Floyd. Like, he coaching us. Like, now it's like, damn, Shakur, Terrence, and Floyd now. So, man, I honestly think that's God. Like, if you really look at it, what professional fighters out here just have a strong circle as strong as like ours? Like, you got the best prospect, then you got Shakur, then you got Terrence Crawford, and then outside of our circle, we got Floyd Mayweather also tapping in with us. You know what I mean? Like, our circle is really crazy. It's really crazy, and it shows to where when we fight, it's always our opponents. It's never a close fight. Even with Terrence, it's never a close fight.
Floyd and Gervonta Davis have been on bad terms for a minute now. What was once a mentor-protege bond has turned into a competition, filled with accusations, tension, and shade being thrown in every direction. Floyd sees Keyshawn as a possible disruptor to Tank's reign, a weapon to tell the world that Floyd's influence on the sport hasn't faded.
Keyshawn posted a screenshot of their FaceTime where he said, quote, "It's crazy, Floyd calls me after every fight just to discuss my performance. Not only is he the GOAT, he is a real mentor."
The famed sparring session took place behind closed doors in one of Floyd's private gyms. No cameras, no reporters, just a select few witnesses who are probably sorry they didn't sneak in a phone to record the madness. The lesson started like any other. Floyd, known for his technical genius and ability to dissect any opponent, was giving Keyshawn some real work. It was supposed to be about sharpening Keyshawn's skills and helping him understand the nuances of elite boxing as he prepared for the biggest test of his career. Gervonta Davis.
He was a young kid, came up to me when he was a kid, wanted an autograph. I signed his phone for him and told him, "You'll be world champion someday, and I'll be your promoter." Years later, he was working with some people from our team, because our team is huge. We got guys in DC, Baltimore, Philly, New York, all around. He won a few fights. I think he was like 8 or 9-0. I told him, in under 24 months, you'll be world champion. Made the right moves, put him in the right position. He's a multi-millionaire now.
Absolutely.
He was a kid that couldn't even buy a bus ticket. Now he's a multi.
What happened next? Nobody saw it coming. Keyshawn wasn't just keeping up with Floyd. He was winning round after round. The young gun's speed, power, and timing were too much for even the undefeated icon to handle. Floyd, who built a career on avoiding punches and outthinking his opponents, couldn't keep up.
He almost hit you. Hold on. You know what y'all think I'm gonna do? I go that way for a reason. Who should go record? Who should go?
And then it happened. A sharp combination jab hook straight right landed flush. Floyd's legs buckled, and before anyone could understand what was happening, he hit the canvas. Let that sink in for a second. Floyd Mayweather knocked out. This wasn't some lucky punch or a freak accident. This was a calculated attack by a fighter who's clearly on another level. And it wasn't just about Floyd hitting the ground. It was about the message Keyshawn sent to the entire boxing world, especially Gervonta Davis. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. If Keyshawn can knock out Floyd, the man who went 50 and toy with some of the best fights in history, what does that mean for Tank? Davis is known for his insane knockout power and relentless pressure, but he's never met someone quite like Keyshawn, a fighter with the skill, speed, and confidence to match him step for step. Lamont Roach sells 10,000 seats, Keshawn asked, fully aware he's pushing buttons with every word. This beef between Floyd and Tank has turned what could have been a simple competition into an all-out war. It's no longer just about the fights, it's about loyalty, betrayal, and the fight for control of the lightweight class. Floyd isn't just training Keyshawn to beat Tank. He's trying to make a point. He wants to show that he's still the mastermind of the sport, the guy who can make champions and destroy them just as easily.
My thing is, I've always been there for him from day one. We had a game plan, and my game plan was to help him become world champion and take things to that next level. And I've always been there for him. And just over the years, you can see I've always been positive, always said great things about him, always pushed him to be great. And, but over the years, it's constantly going on the internet, take a shot at Floyd, take a shot at Floyd, take a shot at Floyd. Constantly be disrespectful, when all I ever been was respectful to try to help this fighter go as far as he could possibly go. That's all I ever.
Tank, on the other hand, is fighting for his freedom. He's trying to show the world that he doesn't need Floyd to succeed. But with Keyshawn now standing in his way, that goal just got a lot harder.
Set you off that you was like, I gotta do that.
A lot of people don't know that what Floyd do. He said.
So you feel like it was a sub, like he was subbing you, like, oh, like
he was going at me. He was going at me, and I knew for sure he was going at me. That's why I went at him. There's no reason for me to go at Floyd.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Cause it's weird. I feel like y'all got, I wouldn't say love hate, but it's been like the last interview you showed them love. This week it was whatever. But is that sometimes like, you know, is it just like big bro, little bro seeing things different, or what is it to you?
No, Floyd don't never. He felt as though I'm at that point where as though I passed him. And I'm doing it at a young age. Wait, like when Floyd was 29, you'll see, bro.
Yeah.
That deal that I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh, that's a part of the deal.
He don't know about that yet. But that's bigger than his deal.
Damn. Wow.
And I'm just releasing it.
Exclusive. That's exclusive. Bigger than Floyd deal?
Yeah.
Tank, no cap, nigga. That's a lot of bread.
You'll see. It's gonna come.
Tank has always been the boogeyman in the lightweight division, the guy everyone fears to fight. But now that era of invincibility is being questioned, Keyshawn just showed he can take down a master technician like Floyd. And let's be real, Tank doesn't have Floyd's defensive genius. If Keyshawn can land on Floyd like that, you know he can land on Tank.
I would prefer Tank Davis, the top guy. I would go for the top guy. If I could choose, I would choose Tank Davis. I would knock Tank short out. Tank is a great fighter. Hats off to Tank. I'm not even about to just do all that. Like, Tank is a great fighter. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody knows that he got the power, he got the skill and ability, he's patient, you know what I'm saying? But I know who I am. That little short can't touch me. And I'm coming with that same shit he coming with, and he know that. His coach Kenny, you know, got a lot to say. You know what I'm saying? To also go fight the Cuba. No, nigga, I'm gonna fight Tank. Stop mentioning other people when I mention your fighter. What you talking about, boy? Like, don't play with me, bro. Y'all know how I'm coming. Tank, if you wanna fight, send me a contract, bro. Tank, you know.
Both Gervonta and Keyshawn carry the same last name, but their paths to success couldn't be more different. Tank has long been the face of chaos in the ring. Explosive power, insane agility, and a resume filled with knockouts trained under the direction of legends like Floyd Mayweather. Gervonta made his mark as the guy who takes risks, thrives under pressure, and silences critics with his fists.
Tank Davis, he was a young kid, came up to me when he was a kid, wanted an autograph. I signed his phone for him and told him, "You'll be world champion someday, and I'll be your promoter." Years later, he was working with some people from our team, because our team is huge. We got guys in DC, Baltimore, Philly, New York, all around. He won a few fights. I think he was like 8 or 9-0. I told him, in under 24 months, you'll be world champion. Made the right moves, put him in the right position. He's a multi-millionaire now.
Absolutely.
He was a kid that couldn't even buy a bus ticket. Now he's a multi-millionaire.
But with that fame came drama. Tank's career has been marred by legal issues, feuds with past mentors, and a tendency to wear his emotions on his sleeve, whether that's during a fight or on Twitter. Keyshawn, on the other hand, is a rising star with a chip on his shoulder, dubbed the businessman for his cool-headed attitude. He built his name with Olympic silver and a pro career that's been all about skill and strategy.
This Keyshawn, this new guy, he's 140 pounds. He's not bad.
Yeah,
Keyshawn Davis. That's him right there, isn't it?
Ooh, no, I thought he was.
Ooh, there we go right here.
He's flashy when he wants to be, but calculating in the way he picks apart his opponents. What Keyshawn lacks in experience compared to Tank, he makes up for in sheer drive and the kind of confidence that can rattle even the most seasoned fighters.
I don't need you, bro. If you want to fight me, send me a contract, but if you don't, I'm going to be just as popular fighting you or not fighting you. I'm going to make my money fighting you or not fighting you. So don't get it twisted like I'm chasing after you. I'm not chasing you. Little dude, little dwarf.
Let's be real. Tank Davis is surely fuming right now. He's never been the type to back down from a challenge, but this has to feel like a gut punch. Imagine hearing that the guy you're about to fight just dropped the man who helped make you a hero. It's not just about the physical consequences. It's about the mental warfare. Keyshawn now has a huge psychological edge going into this fight. Tank's team hasn't officially commented on the sparring incident, but sources say he's already ramping up his training. The stakes have never been higher. This isn't just about defending his record. It's about showing he's still the king of the lightweight division, and there's real beef between Keyshawn and Tank too. Don't forget, Keyshawn took verbal jabs at Tank's family. Gervonta Davis's brother was one of the first to break the quiet, and just take a look at what he had to say.
He gets an opportunity. I mean, Tank has been tweeting about him today.
What did Tank say?
I mean, you want me to verbatim? I mean, I can give the clean version.
Let me know, because I don't be on Twitter, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, all right, so this is pretty much, stop eating, do that, this little end fighting on Friday night. He's not even worth mentioning. And Buddy's a B, code B, tell him to do something.
I ain't gonna lie, Tank gonna say what he gonna say, you know what I'm saying? It's just trash talk, for real. Tank know what's up with Keyshawn. They done sparred, you know what I'm saying? They done sparred plenty of times. So it's like, I don't really know, but I'm gonna just leave that as that, you know what I'm saying? But Keyshawn gonna go ahead and punish this guy on Friday, you know what I'm saying? Then whatever Tank come across, we gonna punish him too, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be the same shit.
These two came a long way from training together to calling each other out to real fights. There was a time when Keyshawn used to praise Tank, and here we are now.
You got a chance to work with Gervonta out here. What was that experience like? Anything you could share?
The experience was great, and what's crazy about that is this time around, it was like, all right, we older now. There's more skills involved. It's like, all right, now let's see how it's gonna go this time. And when I got in the ring, I'm not gonna lie, he surprised me with how much defense he really had. You know, of course, I was looking out for the power of, like, off the rip. I was looking out for his power. But when I started, like when I was attacking and trying to set stuff up, like he got like good upper body movement and he got some good legs when he used them. So he surprised me with his defense. But it was a very technical fight. I mean, technical sparring match, and I definitely learned that. Like I said, his defense. Like I definitely learned that he got some great defense, and it's not really easy to hit this guy. And I had to work to get to him. But overall, it was great sparring, and we were.
So where do we go from here? The boxing world is buzzing with questions. Will Tank be able to handle Keyshawn's speed and power? Floyd's aura of invincibility has been broken for good. And most importantly, is Keyshawn Davis the next big thing in boxing? One thing's for sure, this fight is shaping up to be one of the most awaited matchups in recent memory. Keyshawn has made it clear he's not afraid of Tank. In fact, he's just targeted him. This isn't just about climbing the ranks. It's about taking out the guy at the top and cementing himself as the new face of the sport. The guy is a real threat. Keyshawn Davis recently made waves with a stunning performance in his fight against Gustavo Lemos in what was meant to be a lightweight contest, but quickly turned into a brutal mismatch. Lemos, who missed weight by over 6 pounds and had a clear size advantage, seemed like he could be a real threat, but Keyshawn dismantled him with speed, skill, and power, knocking him down 3 times in the second round before the judge stopped the fight.
He was over by 6.4 pounds at the weigh-in. He was that's a left counter. Davis, and down goes Lemos. As he's playing Matador for moments, goes downstairs with a vicious right hook, and that left hook puts him on stanky legs and face first on the mat. And backwards. Don't dance too early now, Keyshawn, because Lemos is still dangerous. But not if you can continue to land those powerful shots, and that's how you end the fight. Keyshawn Davis said, I don't care if he's King Kong. If he comes into my house, he's gonna pay the price. And boy, did Lemos pay the price.
The crowd in Keyshawn's hometown of Norwich, Virginia, was electric, watching their rising star perform an impressive, emphatic finish.
Excitement, huh? Talk about coming in here and fighting a guy who was heavier.
Yeah.
You talked about not having no concern, but just talking about that, get ready to fight somebody who was heavier.
No, I really didn't have concern, man. I'm gonna keep getting y'all the same answer, man. All glory to God. He gave me the strength to go in there and fight through this week. Like, y'all don't even know, my sisters had a whole car accident today. And they hurt, my sister's head was, all of them, their head was hurting, back was hurting. Like, they literally could have got taken out today. The devil didn't want this to happen, but look what happened. It was still a glorious night. I told y'all it's gonna be a movie. What is the...
After his win, Keyshawn didn't waste any time stirring the pot. He called out Gervonta Tank Davis as saying, "Hey, Gervonta, knock knock," showing he was dead set on facing Tank next. Keyshawn thinks he's ready to take on one of the biggest names in boxing, and he's using every opportunity to get in Tank's sights.
World title, but also we gonna come back to Norfolk, man, so y'all don't forget about me. Y'all keep supporting DB3, but a world title definitely gonna be next 2025. We got big plans for everybody in the boxing world. Hey, Gervonta, knock knock.
You've been on that all week. Listen,
don't sleep on Keyshawn. He's not just another loser after his recent second-round KO against Gustavo Lemos. Keyshawn's confidence is through the roof, and he's shown he can handle fighters with a size edge.
Though, that Keyshawn Davis is ready to step into the ring with one of those guys and fight for a world title?
Truth be told, Brian, I literally just got off the phone. I just hung up the phone with Shakur, saying I gotta do an interview with you. I'm like, cool, what you think? Like, because I'm a person that...
Not to mention he's always had it out for Tank. This is a fight he has been planning for years.
When Light Skin posted those messages about me sparring, I was really looking at it like, okay, so what? That I DM'd you about sparring. So what? No cap. Since when y'all take sparring into consideration of shit? So what? So what? What was his point in even doing that? Like, what was he trying to get with it? That I'm trying to ride his coattail? Like, bro, I don't need you. I don't have to fight you. I'm making real. I don't need you, bro. I don't need you, bro. I do not need you, bro. I don't. If you want to fight me, send me a contract, but if you don't, I'm gonna be just as popular fighting you or not fighting you. I'm gonna make my money fighting you or not fighting you. So don't get it twisted like I'm chasing after you. I'm not chasing you, little dude, little dwarf, oopaloop.
Keyshawn has fast hands, slick movement, and real power, making him a scary opponent for Tank. If anyone can pull an upset, it's him, young, hungry, and with nothing to lose, especially now that he has got Floyd in his corner. Yep, you heard that right. Floyd is training Keyshawn for this fight. You just know Tank wasn't too happy about this. Everybody is now flipping sides and picking Keyshawn to pull the upset against Tank Davis.
What's your thoughts on that type of performance as a rising star in boxing?
Where you at, Tank? Where you at? Where you at, Tank? That's what was my thoughts. I mean, the call out too after the performance. Come on, man. Look, man. Keyshawn showed. Look, this is what I've been waiting on from Keyshawn, man. Keyshawn has been kind of hot and cold. He finally put it together, man. He got his mental right. His team is right. His skill is on fire, on point, man. And he did it under these circumstances and this pressure. Behind this crowd, man, that dude is a star, bro. Seriously, man. All that weight on his back, bro, he put it down. He was even dealing with his brothers, man. His brothers, his sisters singing the national anthem. It was a family affair, bro.
He said his sister had a car crash too prior to today too.
Fire, man. Newborn child as well, man, and he was able to manage all of this.
Terrence Crawford caught the action of Keyshawn's latest fight live, and he had a lot to say about it. Victor but thinks Keyshawn Davis is ready for anyone, even Gervonta Davis now. That says volumes, for sure.
Hey, hey, buddy Shakur, just one question. How did Keyshawn look, man?
You ready for whoever coming next, man? That boy ready. He been ready, actually. You know what I mean? It's just given the opportunity. That's all it is.
You got two little brothers that is closing on Tank. You know, one of them gonna get him.
One of them gonna get him. Yeah. It's gonna be a great night of boxing when they do.
Awesome, priest.
And but isn't the only fan. Richardson Hitchens has also jumped on the Keyshawn Davis hype train following his amazing victory.
Is Keyshawn ready based on this performance to take on Tank Davis, and how does that fight play out?
I feel like Keyshawn is ready to take on a guy like Tank. I think that Keyshawn is one of the most skillful fighters in the sport of boxing. I always told Keyshawn since a young kid he can fight. I just don't like the simple fact that he's running on media and not keeping a buck, saying that he was beating me up and Shakur had to like rile me up to spar him. Because this make no sense. Shakur is a better boxer than Keyshawn. And if I'm in there doing millions of rounds with Shakur, what makes you think that Shakur has to hype me up to spar Keyshawn? Like, is that? But it is what it is. He got to hype himself up. He got to build himself. I don't really try to pay too much mind to that. But like I said, Keyshawn is a great fighter. I always thought Keyshawn was a great fighter.
Boxing is a sport of moments, and this sparring session was one of those times that change everything. Keyshawn Davis didn't just knock out Floyd. He sent a message to the entire sport, a message that says he's ready, he's dangerous, and he's coming for the crown for Tank. This fight is about keeping his dominance. He's the bigger name, the proven champion, and the guy who's used to headlining huge events. A win over Keyshawn would silence critics who say he's ducking young talent and solidify his status as one of boxing's top stars.
Like I said before, every time he has came to me, when I say who you want to fight, it doesn't matter. So he don't pick and choose. So if y'all want to criticize anybody, criticize me, criticize Leonard Ellaby, or criticize whoever, but don't criticize a fight.
So that's all from today's show. If you liked it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comment section. Stay tuned, and we will catch you in the next film.